What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Above Ground Music Radio Podcast. You're making a little devil horn thing. I forgot what they call it, like the devil horn.
Throwing up the horns.
Throwing up the horns, yeah, that's what they call it. If you are here for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, the Above Ground Music Radio Podcast is where I, the host, Richard Radillo, has a guest, like the man alongside me, and we shoot the shit, talk about life and cool stuff, and feature 4 awesome bands and 4 awesome songs. But my guest today is Thomas Buls.
Thank you for getting my name right.
The first person, like just normal person.
I'm the most normal person on this podcast ever.
Yes, the most. I mean, the like a regular in a way, like a regular person.
I don't play music. I listen to music. Yeah,
we're gonna get into why I'm having Thomas on the podcast. But before we do that, let us play the first song of the podcast, and it's Those Pretty Boys, Oops, All Berries. Enjoy.
Oops, all berries. 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 Wake up in the morning to get ready for the day. I go downstairs ready to shout hooray, but when I get to my cabinet, find my cereal's gone astray. I open that box and I shout, no way! I need my cereal because it's the best. I need it right now because it tastes so good. Need it right now, need it right now. Need it right now, need it in my mouth. Oops, all berries. Oops, all berries. Oops, all berries. Oops, all berries. Get to the store, I gotta get more cereal. I grab that cart and I gotta go. Get to the cereal, scarf it down right there. Take it to the cashier, buy a dozen boxes. Captain Crunch Oops All Berries is the best thing in the world. Captain Crunch Oops All Berries is part of a balanced breakfast. Nothing in the world truly can compare. Captain Crunch Oops All Berries is the best. Oops, all berries. 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 Oops, all berries.
Have to say for yourself.
Captain Crunch's Oops All Berries. It's a delicious part of this balanced breakfast.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Those Pretty Boys, Oops, All Berries. Hope you enjoyed that. I love those guys, and I've been starting to dive into those 2 records that they release. Sound pretty amazing, but very charismatic band, just through the
sound.
music. And I've only met them once, and they seem like total quiet, total normal guys. Maybe it was the drummer, I'm not too sure.
Where are they from?
They are, I believe they're from Yorba Linda.
Okay, so above like Fullerton County.
They were at the Joey Noise EP release show, or one of them, or 2 of them, I believe.
I see.
And I met them on the side. They were like, "Oh, dude, you're from the podcast, I think." Or the guys from Foxtail were like saying that. And then they were hanging out with them.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, nice gentlemen. Hopefully we can get them onto an AGM show, and then eventually as a guest, like you are. And why I have you on this podcast? We've met a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like socially awkward, and so are you.
100%.
And we probably
kind of exchange in handshakes and
hi, what's
smiles.
up, man? Yeah. And then until like
butt grabs.
I was like, yo, dude, how do you know the band or something? It's probably something like that I asked you.
Yeah, like how do I know all these fucking people? Like I know everybody.
Or maybe it was you that, I don't know, either one of us asked that, and then it was literally sparked a conversation and an awesome relationship that we have.
Yeah, solid.
But it was interesting to find or meet someone that just goes to shows and just enjoys the music
and host them now.
Recently,
in my backyard.
Yeah, which been some of the best shows I've been to in general.
Yeah, no, they're like the cops don't show up, like the turnout's good. My neighbors don't I haven't been evicted, so it's been good. And we're coming up on our third and last one.
Yes,
next week.
Unfortunately, but this is the way it happens.
All good things end. So.
But regardless, I would compare those shows to like the San Diego shows almost.
Really?
In like that's how cool and intense shows can get. But I mean, just those kids out down there, they just love their music.
Get crazy,
so,
yeah. San Diego, the kids there, like the music is solid. It's kind of a mission from here, but it's worth it because people come out and it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sir, you sent me 5 things you think you could be talking about, or we could potentially be talking about.
Attempt to talk about.
And I told you before in our pre-interview on where we're going to dive into already first. Let's talk about life, young man. How's life? How tough is it? You have a roommate, I believe.
As of he moved, my roommate Ethan of Scatterbrain. He hasn't been on this podcast yet, and he's been bummed about it. But he moved in late May. As soon as he moved in, I quit my job. I worked in a deli for about 2.5 years. Worst job of my life. They had me closing every night. I had to clean a bunch of shit, deal with entitled people that just wanted sandwiches and stuff. But the people there made the job, worth it. It's just coming home at like midnight and staying up till like 3 because I couldn't go to bed. Just kind of ruined my like social life because I just get home late and have no one to talk to. But other than that, recently life's been good. I was living with my parents before Ethan moved in, but my mom remarried and then they moved, and then my dad left, and then I was alone at the house for about a month. And I was chilling with it, like I was just smoking weed every day, like coming back from work, like inviting my homies over to drink, and then like the last week where my mom was telling me like either I move in with her or find a roommate, Ethan hit me up on Snapchat and was like, yo, I'm moving out. I need somewhere to stay. So I was thinking, I was like, this would be cool shit. Cause I like knew him well, but like I knew him well enough to be comfortable with living with him, but not enough to be like, homies, like homies.
Yeah.
But I was just like, what, come in, we'll see how it works. About like 2 weeks later, he came in, we started moving shit out. He brought his stuff in. And it just worked out from there on, and now we're here. So,
good.
That's my life.
So it's a pretty nice setup in there. Honestly,
it's solid. It's kind of like a bro house. There's like posters and like and like skateboards on the wall, and it's like a fucking like I don't want people to get the wrong idea that we're just like a bunch of bros.
Yeah,
and we
like
are, but we're just like I
don't
want to be seen as that at all. Like that's the opposite. But we're like, talk to us. We're cool. We're not like we don't slam beers every day and talk about girls. I mean, maybe we do.
But no, one of the things I found appealing about you is just how like normal you are and how kind of just like
I mean,
not a like I don't want to be a dick right now, but like when I first saw you, I was like,
look at me.
I hope this guy's not an asshole,
right? No, I mean, I get from so many people and like it's just like strangers that like they're just, I don't want to say intimidated by me, but they just don't like. I'm not approachable. Like I have a stern face, like, and then my tattoos don't help. I look like I just came out of a fucking sentence, right? But like once you get to talk to me, I'm probably the coolest motherfucker. Like I'd hope so.
Yeah, you're pretty chill, honestly.
Yeah,
it's been chill. Like
I'm a cool guy.
It's been weird. We haven't run into like a completely weird conversation yet. That like in my terms it's completely weird.
Yeah,
but it's been pretty lax and very comfortable to be around you, I guess.
Cool, thanks.
But yeah, it's.
I'm a good listener.
One of the other reasons why I had you on the podcast is like to kind of promote like the randomness of shows and like the random people.
Just the people you meet. Right?
Yeah, and like you are one of the random persons that I met and that
you.
I find interesting.
I'm proud to be a random person.
But like, there's always not a weird or just someone in the corner, but there's always a person that's that seems unapproachable, but. In the past,
like
and
that's most people.
All the shows I've gone to, like I've always ran into someone that's that person, but then I'm like, I'm gonna say hi to this person.
Yeah, it's like the thing about like, I mean, it's like everyone is the same, but like we're all like I don't know what the word is, but like you see someone and you just assume like how they are. I mean, I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But then like you get to know them and you're like, wow, like, or you don't get to know them and you'll never know whether or not they're cool.
Yeah.
But I guess yeah, that's how it is. So like growing up, my mom always told me that I used to be scared of people with tattoos. Like whenever we were out in public, and like I was, because I'm like, oh my god, like what is that, like, you know. But I just grew up like and listening to the music I listened to and just being around that that lifestyle. I got comfortable with that tattoos and like designs, and like I always grew up drawing, and that's just how it is now. I'm fucking covered.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere.
How did you run into Scatterband and all those guys?
So it was about like end of August of last year.
Okay. Last year. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty. That's a very young relationship.
No, yeah, and I'm so close with them. They're like all my best friends, everybody. My friend Michael, he took me to one of their shows at Sound Matrix.
Sound Matrix. Okay.
And then he was like, oh, because he went to a house show at his friend Benny's house that they played at, and before that I never went to any local shows. I just went to go like see like bands like I saw Under Oath, Day to Remember, the bands like that, like bigger bands, which I loved. I still listen to them, but I went there. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go there to drink and smoke and then just hang out because I didn't know anybody. I was awkward. We got there early. We're hanging out in the back lot, and then we Rafa's old truck. I don't know if you remember that. Just like putting along, and then I think Franco and Kevin and I don't know if Fabian was there. We're on the back with like a rack, and they pulled up. I'm like, these guys seem really cool already. So I went up to Franco. I'm like, I'll give you a smoke for a beer, and we traded. Started talking. Met Rafa. They played their show, and it was a good show. I was like blown away. I was like, damn, they sound really good. And then there was like an after party at Ethan's house he was in Newport at the time. So we went there after, and then like everybody just was there. It was pretty lit. Like there was a lot of people. And then I met everybody. I met Ethan, got drunk. I forget who was all there. Like everybody.
We got drunk, so obviously it's
and then after that, like I was telling Michael on the ride home, I'm like, these guys are cool as hell. Future shows, let me know. And then from then on, I just go to shows every other week or so. Mm-hmm. And then I just got closer and closer to everyone. It's weird how it works. It's crazy.
Yeah, because it's like I've seen people like I want to say orbits, but like people that have gone caught in like the gravity of different bands.
Yeah.
Like for me, I've got pulled into like different like bands, and when I hang out with like Sex Cells, the Gnars,
yeah, it's different. There's different groups
sometimes,
but they're all the
Joy
same.
Noise.
Yeah.
But like I've noticed, because I'm coming in and out of bands, but I see bands like hang out with like specific homies hang out with certain bands.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you're really tight with not just Scatterbrain, but
3LH, Joy
Noise. But
just like those.
Your main crew that you hang out with is like Scatterbrain. And
well,
like,
I live. Yeah, I mean.
Well, obviously,
and 3LH because Franco. Me and Franco hang out all the time. Rafa sometimes. I live with Ethan, so I have no fucking choice. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I've seen like those people like come in most of the time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, you're not gonna go to like every show, unfortunately, just because of just the way life works.
Yeah, and
but
you gotta take a break sometimes.
Yeah,
it's tiring.
But it's interesting to see, because I've noticed this just hanging out with different bands. Mm-hmm. It's been weird, but also a cool.
Different
thing.
dynamics, but they're all cool people, so it's all fun.
Yeah,
it's just different. It's interesting, because like in high school, like I've had the same group of friends in high school since like 6th, 7th grade. Okay. So that shift is intense, because all my other friends in high school, and I'm still friends with them now, we kind of just sat around and like talked about video games and movies, like that kind of friend group, which was cool because like I'm still the same. But after high school, I just got really into music and like the whole like punk thing and like hardcore and metal, and then I just wanted to like. It was hard to like go out of my way to find different people to like connect with on that level.
Yeah.
But I got lucky, I guess, because I mean, I met them and they're in the music.
Yeah, finding like this specific music scene took me a long time.
I just got lucky.
Yeah, same with me. But yeah, it's a weird way to get in, and it's like it's very hard to get out.
And there's no way out.
There's no way out.
Die trying.
Let us get into the next song, and then we're gonna get to see your tattoos after that. Okay. All right, here we go. This is Former. They're from San Diego. This song is called Suits. Enjoy. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was former Suits, awesome young man, Lewis and Sal, that are in that band, and I believe they have like in and out members. I believe I haven't seen them in a while, but awesome band, and I can't wait to see them again eventually. I don't know when, but just go check them out. They're on Bandcamp and whatnot. Let's get into one of like the big reasons why you're here too. Because like when I saw your arms,
It's hard to miss.
I think I think the first time we met, you had like a jacket on for a couple of times.
Yeah,
I think so. And
I
then
go through jacket phases.
and then once I actually saw you without the jacket, I was like,
with my shirt off.
holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh
like,
my
this
god,
guy's insane.
Oh my god! How like okay, so I don't know where you want to start, but let's talk maybe with your first one.
Oh yeah. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. This one, the Blue Moon.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just like this one right here.
Boom. There you
It's
go.
just an outline. I got it on Friday the 13th of 2015.
It's always a Friday the 13th
Yeah,
deals,
right?
It is.
After graduation, I got my job. I was like 2 months into my job, and I had some extra money. I was like, you know what? I'll go. It was a last minute thing. I went to the shop at midnight, and I was like the last person on the list. And then I got it done by my tattoo artist that I still get done by, Blake, at Black Umbrella Tattoo in Garden Grove on Main Street. I got that done.
Promotion right there.
Yeah. No, he's awesome. I got that, and it was just sitting around. It was like just like for maybe 4 months, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of stale, like just an outline by itself. So then I went and got the Saturn right beneath it, and then from then on, I just started working on my forearm, and I told myself I was just gonna do one arm, and I lied, and I did two. And then I did my chest and my stomach, and now I'm working on elsewhere.
Yeah, I've seen the Instagram post of I think
Yeah.
it was you and like two other. I forgot who the other two were. And I know I recognize one of them, but you guys are like showing off like your your chest tattoos and stuff.
I remember. I do that a lot. But yeah, it's like I've always wanted tattoos, but I never like thought of myself as someone that would go in like every weekend to get a tattoo done, which I did for 2 years. And I just did. I don't know. I kind of just. It's very painful. I don't enjoy it. I've been sober for every tattoo. Surprisingly, some people assume I always get drunk and super high, but I don't. I think it's better if you're sober. But yeah, it's an expensive hobby. I've definitely spent over $3,000 on all my tattoos. Yeah, it's my mom's not happy about it. But the one thing she did say was that she's glad that they look pretty.
Yes,
and they're
they
not
do.
like ghetto looking tattoos, which
because like
I pay for them.
It makes sense the way you got in. Like I obviously like when you did like just okay. I only have this because like me, I only have mine one right here. I have like planned in a way.
Yeah, you're gonna finish
But like yours actually like makes more sense in a way, I guess, than
yeah, they all
most
flow.
people.
They're
Yeah.
all the same American traditional style. They're all the same. And I really like that style. It's like it is a style in the hardcore music scene, which I listen to a lot. I've been listening to since high school. So I kind of got some influence from that and just, just watching bands perform, seeing all their tattoos. I'm like, this is cool as hell. It probably hurts and it's expensive, which it is, but I might as well. And I was going through a rough period in my life when I started getting tattoos, and I felt like that was a good distraction, good escape, and it helped. So I'm still getting tattoos. I plan on finishing my entire body. Might be doing my hands, definitely not my face. Maybe my neck, but I told my mom if I do my hands or my neck, like what she would do, and she said she would disown me. So I'll wait.
Maybe unless it's a mom tattoo,
right, with a heart.
Yeah,
heart tattoo.
I mean, I planned on actually getting I'm gonna grow my hair out eventually again, and
Get
like
a head
have it be,
tattoo.
but it'll be like behind the ear.
Okay, those are cool.
It's gonna be like a thing that goes all the way down to like I guess.
Oh, I see.
That'll be like the
Down
only
your
one that's
spine.
off, but it'll be like I'm planning. Oh yeah, when the host, Rich Radillo, has kids, that would be my kids' names, I guess. Right
When do you
there.
plan on having kids?
I don't know, dude. When it ever happens.
When do you plan on getting married? What's your in perfect world? When would you want to get married?
Oh, dude, when I'm financially stable. When that will happen,
Yeah.
I do not know.
You'll never know.
What is the most painful one or painful spot? I know the collar. I always hear about the collarbone.
Okay, yeah, the eagle I got on my chest was pretty bad. And mind you, like at this time I was like very, very skinny. Like I still am, but I've taken care of myself. I've been going to the gym. But back then I was just skin and bones, and it hurt way more. It was like drilling into my cavities in my body, and it hurt. But my stomach was definitely the most painful one. I actually I got the outline done at the shop, and then my tattoo artist wanted to bring me to Muse Inc. in 2016 for free to get it colored in, and I was like, hell yeah! I didn't realize how painful that would be, and like crying in front of people walking by, how embarrassing that is. But that happened there. But it was cool. I got it for free. I watched I think it was NoFX, Vandals, like old punk bands. It was cool. I went around and I met Travis Barker. He's shorter in person.
Definitely,
but he's still intimidating. He's cool. He has a lot of tattoos. He's one of the reasons why I got tattoos. Blink-182, and yeah, no, it was a cool experience. I was just going around. There's like a lot of famous tattooers, and it was just a good environment. Everyone there was tattooed, and I didn't feel special anymore. But that's good because I don't like feeling special. So.
What about the one that took the longest, I guess, to do? Or maybe like
I usually get them done in 1 or 2 sessions, so like hours.
Maybe either. Yeah. Okay. So you usually get one. Done
I'd say like
within 1 or 2 sessions, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours at the max. I do to sit, because like after a while I just feel like I'm gonna pass out, and usually by then there's about done enough to wait for the next session. So yeah, nothing crazy. Like,
so like just minimum 2 days, or like.
Yeah, I'd say. I have friends that have like sat down for tattoos for like 8 hours. And then I'm like, dude, like I have other things to do besides sit down and get tattooed all day. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I saw. There's a band, Sex Cells. They have a homie that got it done by the dude that does or has. I'm pretty sure it might have been the guy that does the Circus Survive art for the covers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he had like a balloon, and
yeah,
then
I like Circus
so
Survive's dope.
It was like 3 sessions for like 6 hours.
Damn.
But that one was. Worth it.
I want to see this.
Well
I want to
worth
see
it.
that.
If I ever somehow get a Sex Cells Venisons with the Scatterbrain show, which I think I probably already have.
I'm sure you have. I've definitely heard them play, but I've never seen his tattoos.
Oh no, it's one of their homies that comes through the shows.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay,
but
yeah, I've definitely never.
I don't know if that'll ever happen again. But if anything, I'll get a picture for you
Hell yeah.
if I ever see him again.
Send nudes.
But definitely is one of the coolest tattoos I've seen. Just the way the art style is.
Yeah. There's yeah, I've learned a lot about tattooing and tattoos from the 3.5 years I've been going, and just sitting around at the shop, and like it's just there's a lot to it. It's more than just like, designs on your arm. It's like there's a lot that goes into the machine, the pre-sketch, and like the history behind tattoos is very interesting, and it's cool. So it's a whole nother world.
Yeah, my stepdad is really into watching the Ink Master or whatever. Yeah,
Tat Master.
I always, whenever I come home from work, he's like, "Oh, I'm watching that." And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
an interest. There's a lot of good artists. I don't like a lot of their designs, but they're good enough to be on that show. So
Yeah.
I can't say shit. But I know Nathan from Scatterbrain. I think he gets his tattoos done by the guy that did
the Green Day guys.
Yeah, he talked about that, right?
I forgot his name. The art gallery I used to work at, he used to drum with the guy that owned it.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a small world.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, when I did the podcast with him, we were talking about that. He was like, "Is he?" He was describing him. I was like, "Yeah, that's him."
Yeah,
and he was like, "Fucking small world." Like, there's weird connections how people just know each other.
Yeah, I mean,
or would have. You're one person away, really.
It's a web. Yeah, we're all connected somehow.
What's your most favorite and then least favorite one?
Ooh. All right, most favorite. I have this panther on my right arm bicep. It's it doesn't really represent anything. It's just a really cool design, and it's like it just looks badass. Panthers
because
cool
it's like kind of crawling up your arm.
Yeah, and it's just really well done. My least favorite, Probably one of the first ones I got on my left arm. Like I wish I'd get something else.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of people like this arm better than my right arm, which is funny. I guess it's just because of the simplicity.
I like the sad face on that.
Everyone,
for some
it's
reason.
Saturn. It's a pun.
Oh,
It's a
okay. I didn't get
terrible
that. Oh,
But
damn.
definitely
I'm freaking
something.
stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, I've thought about it, like, you know, growing up, like, I was saying, like, 20 years if I gonna regret getting tattoos, and I don't think I am. I'm just saying that now, but I don't know.
But it seems like you have like different stuff. Like you have like everyone always has barbed wire, so that
Yeah,
makes sense.
this is one of my newest ones on my arm. Barbed wire. This one hurt like a fucking bitch.
And then
Dice.
Let's see the dice. What part of the arm did it hurt the most?
When I got this, definitely like on
I was
where my veins are. Yeah, that one
the
sucks.
fill-in was like.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like,
Just like
the dude told me like, okay, you know, this is probably gonna be like pretty bad. Like it's
the
gonna be
worst
pretty bad
pain
for
of
your first
life.
one.
Yeah.
But like obviously the collarbone was worse.
You got your
Ours-
collarbone done?
No, I'm saying like it's gonna be like, if I
okay.
ever get it, but I don't know if I'm
I see.
ever gonna.
You should.
But yeah, I know like I'm gonna have like one right here. I plan. For my
not
grandma's
bad.
right here, a cross right here.
Okay.
I'll show you the art for this one that I
Yeah.
have right here.
Show it to
It's
me.
a big old like atomic bomb going off and stuff.
Do you have a specific artist, or are you just like a free?
Oh, I don't really.
Because if you let me know, I could send it to my tattoo artist,
Okay.
and then he could hook it up.
Yeah,
'Cause Franco and all them go there, and they've been reduced price.
Yeah, my buddy that drew it actually.
Okay.
It's like an actual painting that he made. But yeah, that was him. And then I want to get a Blink-182 one, the bar. It's a bar with the little bunny in the middle.
Oh, like the old school design.
Yeah, it's like a Tom DeLonge's one.
Cool. Yeah, Blink-182 sick.
My funny one is gonna be in my armpit right here.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a dick poop.
It's
It's gonna be a shaped dick made out of poop.
I see.
And then there's gonna be little poops coming out of it. If you know what I mean?
Coming down your arm.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll see. I don't know. Those are like the ones I already have in my head. There's some. I don't know. I kind of want to make one for like all the women.
All the
That
women
are-
in the world.
Oh no, all the women for like that impact me. Like my grandmother or my two grandmother. Like they have like birds. I guess that they
like doves or like just different. Like,
No, like one of
EJ.
my nana loves roosters, so
Okay.
I want to get like, but I want to make it like make sense.
Yeah, like make it into a cool design.
And then my other grandmother that passed away, she loves owls, so it kind of
Okay.
incorporated it all, I guess.
Yeah,
Eventually,
you'll
And
figure it
then, I actually just found out I have a family crest.
Really?
Yeah, so I was like, that'd be kind of cool to get tattooed,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
that'd be sick.
I don't know where.
Medieval, like a knight shield.
I have to get into contact again with my uncle to show me the picture or what it looks like to see if it's
Okay.
like, okay, wait, I don't know if
Sounds cool.
But when I found out about that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
We got a crest? Bro, what the hell?
You gotta get it tattooed
Yeah,
now.
now I gotta get it tattooed.
Yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that. That's like what I'm looking forward to. I just like don't have the time, and then sometimes I'm like,
Yeah, it's a lot of money, and
Yeah.
you gotta like schedule it, and then go through the pain. It's not. It's fun, but it's not fun. I don't know.
and I have too many hobbies as it is. Like, I mean,
Right.
you consider that a hobby? I'm like, that's actually kind of cool.
It
when I
is
think
a
about
hobby,
it.
yeah, and it's
Do
just
you-
it's like it's a
Are
lifestyle.
you the one drawing? How many of these have you actually drawn yourself?
I'd say all the ones on my left arm. I drew up or like thought of the design and sent
Okay.
it to my tattoo artist, and he, obviously touched it up and made it into a presentable tattoo. But everything else is just like a basic traditional style that's been around for like decades, since like the 40s or even before that. And I just picked it out of the book, and I was like, that looks cool. Yeah, just to like also like honor like the history behind it. Because
That's kind of. I never like thought about like.
Yeah, I
that
didn't-
with the
trust me,
different
I didn't
eras.
either.
And then when you
It's
when you
crazy.
explain it, that's like there's actual like
yeah
weight to it. Like when you don't think about it though.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's
my
kinda cool.
my family, my dad's side, my dad and my grandfather, they were all in like the army, and they served the country, and like back then a lot of the people in the army got like traditional style tattoos. So this is kind of my way of honoring that without actually joining, because I'm not built for that kind of stuff. I've thought it when I was like in elementary school. I wanted to grow up to be in like the military for some reason, because I thought it'd be cool, because I grew up playing like Call of Duty and Halo. I'm like, I could do this.
Oh, that's such a good
And
representation.
then
of
yeah,
that.
and then I grew up, and it's reality. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just work in like an office or something. I want to go around with a gun. Not my thing.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Oh, yeah,
You can,
but I mean-
I've had an old high school teacher that just did laundry in the military,
That sounds
which is
Terrible.
Yeah.
Kind of just going around doing everyone's sweaty clothes. Right?
Yeah, my brother, he was like a bomb specialist.
Oh,
So-
like IEDs and stuff.
No, he made all the stuff that was
Oh.
dropped, I guess.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different fields like techs and stuff, but I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I'll end up in the army. Get drafted one of these
Who
days.
knows? Who knows?
At
I don't think
this
that'll
rate, Trump still president. We'll see. We might get thrown into another war.
I don't know. We're pulling out of Syria, so I think we're pretty good.
Yeah,
North
hopefully.
Korea is going to be a little bitch for a little while, so we're
Yeah.
good. It's like I don't think
As
there's
they should be.
Russia and China. They'll break down eventually.
Russia's a wild card though.
No, I think we're
Crazy
good.
Russians.
Yeah, we'll be fine. I don't see anything happening crazy.
I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yeah, we're too legit for
Too
that
legit
stuff.
to quit.
And then also we pay for everyone else's armies.
Do we?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. I don't watch the news anymore.
that's not what I mean. I just
Well,
know
I
this.
guess it's just like common. I don't know.
when you look at the military budget real quick, it's like a lot of that goes to like the other countries because like we have
I
bases
see.
there, so like we
Okay.
account for
That
that.
makes
We
sense.
don't really account for that kind of stuff. But yeah.
For sure.
Anyways, let us get into the third song after we talked about tattoos for a little bit there. That was actually a lot of fun. I really enjoyed
tattoos
that.
are cool, man. Yeah. Get some more.
Let us get into the next song. Like I said, Tritones, the Tritones. They played for our show last night at the Above Ground Music show at Beatnik Bandito. Guys that I enjoyed watching on YouTube, and then finally getting to hear them live was awesome. I was really happy for all the other bands.
Yeah, that was
They
a
talk
really-
about like, oh, dude, these guys are fucking good.
Yeah.
Like that was cool. Like when the lefty said, like, dude, these guys are
Yeah.
fucking rad. But yeah, shout out to them. They sent me a thank you this morning.
Okay.
I wanted to shout them out too, and also play their song. This is off their latest EP, I believe, that came out earlier this year. This is called Sunday Drive. Enjoy. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Tritones Sunday Drive. Awesome band.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have them again.
Sound really good.
Hopefully I can get one of those guys on the podcast eventually.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, go check them out. They're on Bandcamp. All those links are down below. Thomas,
Yes.
my son, Thomas.
Yes, master.
Let us get into the reoccurring question of the podcast.
Right.
Now, I told you in between what the next thing was, and
I was
you know about this question
stunned.
very well.
Even though I knew it, caught me off guard.
So, this is just hypothetical, ladies and gentlemen. This is not us fantasizing about killing little kids.
Maybe a little bit.
Just a little bit. But in a scenario, Tom, where you are in the middle of a field.
Middle of just a random field.
Yeah, just a random field.
Because, I mean, my backyard is like a field. It's
Okay, you
huge.
could use that as an example.
Okay,
we
I'm
can
in
use
my
that.
backyard.
You have 7 to 8 year olds climbing over that fence and coming at you.
Okay.
They're in the sugar rage, and they're going to take you out. They're going to bite you to death, eat you alive, or stomp
Man.
on you alive. All of that in one. But how many of them, young man, are you going to take out before they take you out?
Is it just my bare fists and my feet?
At the moment, yes.
Okay, well, if I'm wearing my Docs, I'd say about 5. But if I'm wearing my Vans or Converse, like good 3.
Good 3?
Maybe
Okay.
4. I don't know. It depends how I'm feeling that day, how angry I am, if I have caffeine, if I'm just just accept my fate. So between 3 to 5.
I mean, you look pretty strong. I mean, they're only 7 to 8 year olds.
Yeah, I mean, my pain tolerance is pretty high. Like, I could get punched and be like, ow, that kind of hurt. But I don't know. Kids are tough. Kids are scary.
I guess. I don't know. It depends.
It depends on, yeah.
Like, if you're messing with a guy that's like, should be like 15, but he's actually 8. It's like,
Right.
oh yeah. Like, that's what those guys are like. What
I'm
happened
sure
to
most
you?
of them are probably going to be taller than me anyway. So.
No, I don't know. I mean, 7 to 8 year olds, they don't have the growth spurt yet.
Nowadays, man. Shit.
So, we're going to go with 4 then.
4 is good.
Okay. That's like
It's a
almost average number for everyone, I
good
guess.
medium, yeah.
I mean, the last,
Any higher, they're lying to themselves.
John said like 200, and then Daryl said
200,
like,
Jesus.
it depends on how many you can pile up. So he said like 50 minimum. I was like,
Jeez.
Daryl, I
Maybe
was
I
like,
should rank up my...
savage. But yeah, thank you for answering that.
Yeah,
let us
honestly.
know on how many kids you think you guys can take out.
You tell your friends, ask your parents. That's my stomach.
I haven't eaten either, so I'm with you on that.
It's coffee.
Let us promote. So the floor is yours, sir, to shout out if you want to promote anything. You want to promote your tattoo artist, anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. Black Umbrella Tattoo Shop. It's an art gallery as well. It's on Main Street in Garden Grove. Ask for Blake Aiken. He is my tattoo artist, and he's amazing. He's a cool guy. He likes good music, and also shout out to my friends. They know who they are. That's about it. And shout out to Starbucks.
Starbucks, cool. Yeah, thank you.
I prefer
brother.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, no problem.
I love. Oh yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is actually
it's
they're
just
pretty decent.
They're far and few between. It's Starbucks is around every corner, so it's convenient.
I work in Irvine and go to school in Irvine, so like there's definitely enough around there or in Irvine.
That area, right.
But it's always just convenient to like, yo, I want a coffee and a donut.
Yeah, and
So-
it's nice. It's a good, it's classy. Maybe a bagel. It's a good combo.
So, I have a show January 18th. I've already confirmed one band. I'm waiting on the other bands at Beatnik Bandito, of all places, because that's the best place
It's a solid
to
venue.
have shows at. I love Dave. Hopefully he's going to be on the podcast eventually too.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah. I
I'd
think
love
we're
to
going
do
to
that.
try to do it at the actual record store or at the venue.
Yeah, that'd be change of pace.
But yes, I have a show there, January 18th. Already promoting that. Come see some awesome bands. Awesome.
Yes,
All
see
right.
awesome bands and have fun.
Oh, one more shout out too, also to Dennis from Build a Nation, for making the pins for last night's show. Came in clutch last minute.
Nice pins.
And go check him out and all his great deals. Like he gives me great deals, so go check him out. I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, one more. Moonkill Radio. You guys are awesome. You guys keep reposting my stuff. For some reason, I think you guys love me or something like that. But thank you guys for all those nice shout outs and whatnot and reposting. Go check them out as well. It's a radio station in like I believe Portland or Oregon. Yeah, Portland.
Portland
I
or
believe.
Oregon?
Portland or
Portland.
or somewhere in Oregon.
Okay, that's
I think,
cool.
I believe.
Oregon,
Yeah.
Portland's cool. All right.
I really appreciate that. Let us get into the last song, Thomas, and we shall get into the last topics, and then you can go get some food.
Yes, please.
I think
I'm held hostage here.
I think if we are out within like the next 20 to 30 minutes, my niece's birthday party is happening, so I can get you some pizza if you want.
I'll see. Maybe. I gotta go grocery shopping, so I got things.
Okay. Well, sorry. What are you gonna say?
No, it's
Okay. Let us get into the last song. This is our last guest on the podcast, Juan Naruto. Nah, I want to say Naruto. It's Narado.
Cool last name.
It's Narado, but it's kind of spelt like Naruto. When you look at it, you're like, is this last name or Naruto? Narado. I think that's how you'd say it. He was our last guest from Melt Mars and the Goons. This is another Melt Mars song off of their upcoming EP or I think album. It's called B-Side. Enjoy.
Show me what I see beyond mine. Then maybe I'll understand why you do the things that you do. 'Cause I don't have a clue. All the things you chose to ignore come right into my world.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mount Mars B-Side. Go check them out.
band name.
I think they're only on SoundCloud at the moment,
Okay.
but that's okay. The link's down below to go check them out. Are you ready for more talking, sir?
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So the last one I want to talk about real quick. I mean, we can expand on it.
Right.
But the last one that you sent me on topics was acting in high school.
Yes.
And I was like, I could see Tom acts,
Thank
but
you.
he's very shy. How did that
Yeah.
go? How did you overcome that?
I never really did. I kind of just not faked it, but just pushed myself to like. Also, just getting comfortable around the people that I was acting with helps a lot. But I mean, I grew up obviously like everyone watches movies, but I just like there's something about film that I've always been interested in, and like how it's made, and like just the cinematography. So I think it was a sophomore year in high school. I took drama. That was my first step, and that was like nerve-wracking as hell. And it was also tough memorizing so many lines. And for some reason, the drama teacher made me like the lead in most of the plays, so I had double the responsibility. And trust me, I screwed up a lot. But I met a lot of cool people. And then I forget how I. Oh yeah, and then I took acting classes during the summer after sophomore year. My dad would take me to, and it was in Costa Mesa. And I took that for the summer, and it was cool. I met a lot of people. And then I did a commercial for that place. And then one of my friends that was in the class knew a director and a writer, and they were going to do a short film for I think it was like a Newport Beach Film Festival.
Okay.
And I did that. We worked on it for maybe like 2 weeks, and it was really fun. There's free food, getting like, driven out to places and just meeting a lot of cool people. I am the cinematographer for that short film. His name is Jacob Perry, and he does work for he does a lot of music video work. He does he did a Kendrick Lamar one, Red Hot Chili Peppers. He blew up. He does a lot of good stuff now. I haven't talked to him in about a year, but he's doing well, and it's good. But after that short film, it was maybe like a 10, 15-minute thing. the year after, I think junior year, that graduating summer, I was I guess inducted into like a feature.
Okay.
It's called Distortion. It runs about an hour and a half, and I worked on that for about like 6 months, and it was like every day. It was pretty crazy. Like it was fun because everything was like, there was free food and like you were just hanging out. But there were long days. I'd get home at like 10 p.m. all the way from like we filmed in different places, mainly Costa Mesa, some in Mission Viejo, I think LA a few times, and then that got finished. I was sent to like Sundance and a few other film festival places, and it's on Amazon now. I have yet to see it. They've never sent me a copy, and I don't want to pay for it because I'm
Is it on Amazon
an asshole
Prime?
like that. Yeah, it's on Amazon.
It's called Distortion.
Distortion.
And then you were the lead.
I was the lead's best friend, so
Okay.
I'm like, I'm
okay,
there.
you're in there. Okay.
I'm there,
All right, I'm gonna watch this tonight now.
Yeah, do it. Tell me how if it's bad or not.
What is it about?
It's about social media and like how like it portrays people differently,
Interesting.
and like how people like put out like as if they have a different sort of life on, let's say, like Instagram or Facebook than they do in person. Like they want to compensate for having such a boring life. Which, I mean, I get it, but it's like you kind of just have to embrace it, maybe like do something about it instead of faking it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just about that, and then it's about like the lead has he's like really depressed, and then it's just like it's kind of a depressing movie. It's like a drama.
I'm fine with that because that makes my life feel better.
Yeah, no, it's my kind of movie. I like doing serious, sad things because I'm good at that. I'm used to it.
Dude, that's sick. I didn't. That's cool to find out. I mean, I thought we were just going to talk about acting in high school. I thought you were like, oh, then I stopped for some reason.
No,
but no, you were like, fuck it. I went all the way, bro.
And then like, I kind of like, stopped and I got over it, but I'm still interested. I'm moving to LA next month. So, I mean, that's like the hot spot for all that stuff. So I'm going to get back into commercials and stuff and see how it goes. Make a quick buck, hopefully. But, yeah, it's like in the back of my mind. I'm just like, the experience itself is really nice. Whether or not I get anywhere with it, it's just good to have. So.
We should do a Scatterbrain music video with you as the lead. For
they've been like, ever since I've met them, they're like, you got to be on our cover or you got to be in like something with my shirt off. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, dude. Like we should do like either like Cannibal Girl, or ABG, and then have you just run away from girls basically the whole time.
That's what I do best, run away from girls.
But yeah, that'd be fun to do. I'm down with that.
I'm down with it too. Let them know.
All right, I'll text Nathan right after
Tweet
this.
at him.
All right. Yeah, that's cool to find out. Like the people that you've worked with. Hopefully, that all works out for you and everything.
Thank you.
And then maybe when you get super famous, people watch this podcast. They're like, "Whoa, dude, this dude had like the sickest podcast."
This guy's
ever.
just as lame as he was. No, yeah, I'll remember everyone at the top.
Let's keep moving. Let's talk about growing up as the only child. Now, my best friend, he was the only child, but not only the only child, but he's basically like the only grandchild as well, which is interesting. So, like, did you have that kind of similar experience growing up?
Yeah. Well, like the thing with me is like, I grew up in like a strange. It was really strange. I grew up in Redondo Beach, lived there for 3 years, and then me and my dad and my mom. I don't know why I phrase it like that. We moved to Garden Grove, and I lived there since now. But my mom's Vietnamese, so I have that side of the family. And then my dad's, he was born in like Arkansas, so he's that white. And then his side is from New Mexico. Yeah, so it was just like every summer growing up, I'd go to New Mexico and stay there for a few weeks to be with my grandparents and my cousins. And it was really cool. It's an interesting place. A lot of nothing. It's really hot, and it snows. But it's just like having both sides of the family is very interesting. Like with their like I wouldn't say like morals, but like their outlook on life, like what they want from me. Like my dad was like really lax about school, but he wanted me to succeed, and my mom was like always on my ass, and like But yeah, growing up an only child was like, I had like friends. I had a really close group of friends growing up around where I lived, which was nice. But I kind of isolated myself on purpose, and just in my room, I just listened to music, and I'd play a lot of video games. I grew up playing like Sonic and Resident Evil, and then I got an Xbox and played a lot of Halo, and that was fun, and Call of Duty. So that was my like childhood, and a lot of going outside and like, I used to like throw rocks at windows and just do a bunch of stupid shit. Yeah. Well, that's when I was like
You're a little
6,
rebel,
though.
dude. Jeez.
I was. I grew out of that phase very quickly, but I had fun. Definitely don't have any regrets in my childhood. Maybe play less video games because I was inside a lot. But like, I don't know. I had a good relationship with my parents and my family, but not great. I kind of like enjoyed the alone time, and I still do a lot, which is I guess is a good thing. You know, I'm comfortable being alone with my thoughts, but that's just how it was growing up, and it was not bad. Like I don't know that many people that were an only child. My friend Josh, I've known him since like first grade. He's an only child. We get along really well because of that. But everyone else, they have a brother or sister, and it's just like, yeah, they're kind of weirded out by that. They're scared.
Yeah, it's not common because
No.
even for me, I only have one friend and that's my best
Right?
friend.
Yeah.
He's the only child.
It's crazy. Also, I'm left-handed, so I'm just a freak.
Better jerk off with my right one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's interesting to look at that and to see different perspectives because
Oh, yeah.
when I talk to him, he talks about like, oh man, I got this sick gift card or something like that, like all this stuff because like he's the one that gets. He's like the only one that gets.
Yeah, that
gifts,
too.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was spoiled as hell. Like, I got new games. I got Xbox. You know, I didn't ask for a lot, but I got it if I wanted it. I didn't grow up like super rich. Like I was like, you know, medium to low, and then yeah, it wasn't bad.
Did you? I mean, obviously you had friends and stuff, but did like having no friends at some points probably was it like? Did you have like a weird imagination? Because I did too.
Oh yeah, no, I was like really into action figures and setting up like different scenarios and like I think my love for I don't know because I had a lot of action figures and I'd like set up like plots for like movies and like scripts.
Okay.
And it was just like I think that's where it stemmed from, my love for acting and stuff. I kind of just like I'd play with my action figures and like have their own lines and like have out like a whole length feature film like between all of them. It was strange. I was comfortable with that. I never had any pets either. So yeah, it was just a really.
That's interesting. Like I did that too in a way, but I didn't like. I just created stories, I guess.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. Like I'd have like different characters and then like kill people off.
And then I would come back like the next day and like do the same
continue,
story.
right?
No, I know I would do the same story, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna change this, and then I would like maybe rewrite or something like that, and then it
Yeah.
would continue eventually.
Yeah,
But like stuff like that, yeah,
I
like,
do that all the time.
It's like weird to talk about how creative because like my other friends are like not that creative, I guess, as
Yeah.
me. But like when I come up with stories, they're like, or I don't know what it is when I talk about or when I think about like when I tell them, they're like, yo, dude, I thought about doing this like like a movie about like running away and then like getting abducted by aliens.
Yeah,
and like when they just random shit and they're like
They're
how
what
do
are
you
crazy?
come up with this?
Yeah, no, in school, like in elementary school and middle school, I'd write a lot of like, it was like, I did a lot of comic strips in class because I was bored and I'd like pass them out to people and they'd like really enjoyed it. And I did that for a long time because I was just like, I don't know. I enjoyed drawing. I wasn't good at it, but I preferred writing more. I still enjoy writing. And like, I just write about like, fantasy type, like sci-fi aliens, afterlife stuff, like underworld. Because it was interesting to me, and writing about like realistic stuff is boring. So, and I still do. Like, I don't write a lot of stories now. I'm more into like lyrical type thing, like poetry, I guess.
Okay. Get real deep.
Yeah,
It's all the ladies out there, even though
Yeah.
you probably don't need to do that.
it helps. But yeah, I've always enjoyed writing and drawing. Yeah.
Have you taken like any like film classes at all?
No.
I think that
It's
would
all
be
natural.
that would probably be like a real
Eye-opening.
I think you can learn a lot from that,
without
from
a doubt.
the other side of the lens.
I'm just really lazy and I don't like school.
Oh, okay. But like I would recommend well, I mean, because you're moving to LA unfortunately, but there was Santa Ana College has like this really cool
Program there?
program there. Well, one of the professors there is pretty, or teachers, I guess, whatever you want to call him. He has like a really good experience and he's like lets you kind of steer the ship, I guess.
That's cool. That's good. Yeah.
Do you have you ever like dreamed and then like written about like what your dream was, I guess? Do you have weird dreams like that? Because like
I might
had,
have
like,
done that a
fuck
handful
ton
of
those,
times.
dude.
I wish
Like,
I did more often, but I don't. I kind of just if I get a creative burst, then I like work on that. But other than that, no. I never really like. Usually, because like half an hour after I wake up and I forget the dream.
that sucks. I tried. I'm like, fuck, I gotta write this down.
Yeah, but I remember this occurring dream I had when I was younger, where because I lived in these condos and it was kind of like there's a lot of twists and turns and like it's kind of like a labyrinth, and that's what I dreamt about, like being in a labyrinth and everything was like super foggy, like barely visible, and then I was getting chased by like a what's like a minotaur, I guess.
With the horns,
Yeah, like half human, half goat.
a centaur.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
And like it was terrifying, but I had that recurring dream for like years, and it was strange. I'd like run around in a labyrinth being chased by it, and I wrote a little bit off from that, so that helped. But yeah, dreams are weird.
That sounds like Your Highness.
What is that?
It's a movie with James Franco and Danny McBride, and
never
like
seen it.
it's like a comedy
I
movie,
was gonna
but
say,
in
it
like
sounds
the
like a
fantasy
comedy.
world.
Okay.
And they go into like like that was exactly what you just said right now. And
The
they run into
plot.
a minotaur,
They stole my idea.
and then they rip the minotaur's dick off, and then like one of the guys wears it as like a trophy.
That didn't quite happen in my dream, but it could have.
But like that was pretty funny. But like
fun.
that was like I was like thinking, I was like that's why I was smiling a little bit. I was
Yeah.
like smirking. I was like, oh my god, like this sounds
That's
like Your
crazy.
Highness.
Yeah, no, it was weird. Yeah, it's interesting, for sure.
Definitely. Let's get into some music now.
Yes.
So like last night we went to you came to my show actually.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Always.
But yeah, what is like your music? What is
My
it?
go-to?
Yeah, your go-tos.
It really changes. I've stuck around with the same bands for a while. Some bands I don't listen to anymore, but I still appreciate. I'd say like in elementary school, it was definitely like the original. I was into Blink, My Chemical Romance, Day to Remember. A lot of bands. I just like Green Day, Linkin Park, and then in middle school I started veering toward I guess more heavier stuff like Avenged Sevenfold, like Metallica, bands along that. And then high school is where I kind of just like went all over the place. I got a lot into like indie and alternative. Like I was really into Cage the Elephant for a long time. I still like their music.
Have you seen them live?
No.
Oh,
I bet they're amazing. Yeah.
I saw the Zerber dude. I had a boner the whole time.
Yeah. I assume they're really good live. Like Arctic Monkeys, The Strokes, all that alternative jazz. And then I got into like later on as life got harder and I like came to realization. I just got into heavier things that like I could relate to more, like just angrier music. Like slowly, like I was getting into like Black Flag, Adolescence, punk bands like that, into heavier stuff like, geez, I don't know. Like I've been listening to this band ever since like high school, Electric Wizard. They're pretty heavy.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're good. Acid King, and then a lot into like hardcore. Like a lot of them aren't that, like a lot of the bands I listen to now, or like even back then, aren't that like big on the map. They're more local, but in other areas like Delaware and like New York. But a lot of hardcore bands. Year of the Knife is a good one. Sanction, Jesus Peace. They're all really heavy, really angry sounding music, but the lyrics are, it's like, they talk about like police brutality, just like real stuff, like what's going on in the world, like war. It's just like, realistic stuff, and it's good to listen to. And I've been into that recently. And obviously I go back to like my old stuff, and then I listen to like, 3LH and Scatterbrain and all the homies. But yeah, I have a very wide taste. I like a lot of jazz and classical music as well because of my dad growing up. So
I should get you into this one band called Foals.
okay, never heard of him.
That's my tattoo. That's what.
Oh, okay, wow.
I'm not
It
sure.
must be really good to get tattooed.
Yeah, I fucking love. Oh man, if you look behind you, those pictures. That's all. That's the band right there.
All three
Yeah.
portraits. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I fucking love that band. But
Are they local?
yeah. No, they're from England actually. But I'm not too sure. Like if they're not really.
Oh yeah, Black Sabbath too.
Oh yeah, Black Sabbath.
One of my favorites.
But definitely them. There's another band that you might like. It's a chance. That I know you like music.
I love music.
Magical Clouds, but that's
heard.
not spelled like magical. It's like with
With a K.
I have to double check actually. I'll send you it.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe you might like them. They're like slow, like electronic, but like the
sounds
voice, the
interesting.
guy's voice and his lyrics are like
Hell yeah.
real deep.
Yeah, my I'd say like I have a handful of favorite bands, but one I've been listening to a lot recently, and I have been for a while, are the Deftones.
Deftones. Yeah, that's my brother's favorite band
of all time. Yeah, they're just the history behind that band and how long they've been around, and like every album they've come out with has been good. My favorite album, Around the Fur or White Pony, definitely. I've been listening to their self-titled, and they're like not newer, but like the ones after their like big hits. Because it took like I never really got into those albums, but I came back and listened to the whole things, and I'm just like for some reason just fell in love, and they're my favorite band right now. Another band, Glassjaw, they're similar sounding. They came out at the same era, like late 90s, early 2000s, and you should check them out if you're listening. Glassjaw and Deftones, they're really good bands.
Is there any like guilty pleasures that you listen to?
I need to bring up my like Spotify.
Like a Taylor Swift or something like that?
No, nothing that crazy. I mean, there's like...
That's crazy. Apparently.
I guess like Crystal Castles. I mean, they're good. They're
they're
kind of
not
like
guilty-
super
yeah.
synthy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not well known.
It's
too.
like I mean, they're like different. Like I played in the car sometimes, and my friends were like, "This isn't heavy or angry. Like what's going on?" I'm like, "It's just how I'm feeling." And just like when I like there's classical music. It's not like a guilty. I mean, I guess it is. Like it depends on how I'm feeling. Like light a candle, have a wine. I'll listen to some blues or jazz, and it's nice. Nothing like Nickelback or like, I mean, there's like my old bands I used to listen to. I guess they could be considered as
some people
guilty
make fun
pleasures.
of Blink-182 a lot.
Yeah, no,
But, like,
100%. I get
the
where they're
early
coming
stuff,
from,
though.
but yeah, it's like you
that's the
gotta
most stuff I
respect
usually
them.
learn
Yeah,
or listen to, I guess.
I don't know. I guess like My Chemical Romance is kind of embarrassing because
No, it isn't,
they're
dude.
like
They're
super.
fucking great, dude.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Yeah.
They're they're popular for a reason, I guess. But there's like bands, I guess, like Bullet for My Valentine. It's kind of embarrassing, and then, like there's some songs that are like, all right, this is cool. All American Rejects, like there's some bangers.
All right.
Definitely guilty pleasures. But
What about a band that you wouldn't? People like when they look at you, you're like, oh, I actually like this. in a
oh,
way?
like they surprised that I listened
yeah.
to.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry.
I'd say a lot. I don't know, like, maybe Mac DeMarco and like that kind of music. The Growl. I mean,
okay,
I look.
okay.
I don't know how I look to other people. Like probably look like I listen to like Black Sabbath strictly,
Okay.
or Metallica. But I just like. They're not. I'm not good with naming stuff on the top of my head, but there's a lot. You'd be surprised. Just get into a car with me on like an hour drive, and you'll be blown away.
We're starting a new show where we carpool with Tom.
Carpool karaoke, yeah. Let's do
Carpool
it.
with karaoke with Tom.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We've done an hour,
Yeah, it's been.
It's-
My
it's-
throat's getting dry. It's
Yeah,
painful to talk.
but yeah, it's good. Thank you very much, Tom,
Thanks
for being
having
here.
me. Yeah, that's cool.
That has been it, ladies and gentlemen. We went through all the topics. We went through our recurring question.
Mm-hmm.
You honestly talked most of the time, and I'm fine with that because
Cool,
I talk
I-
all the time.
I'm usually not good at talking.
But yeah, that was good. You're comfortable. You seem comfortable.
Yeah, I am. definitely.
I hope to have you again eventually. Maybe
Yeah.
we can. What if I get more tattoos or something like
We can
that?
just
I mean,
bond like
Yeah.
an avatar, connect our tattoos.
yeah, or something like that. I guess. But
Something
yeah.
crazy.
That has been it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Above Ground Music Radio podcast.
Yes, it has.
I've been the host, Richard Radillo, joined by Thomas Buls. No, I was
B-U-L-S.
Thomas. I was gonna say balls for some. Dude, I don't know why I do that. I'm sorry.
I'm used to that.
Bulls. I'm sorry. I apologize.
It's all good.
No,
No
because
harm, no foul.
I always forget how to say anyone's last name.
Yeah.
Like Naruto with last week.
Yeah, as we figured. Yeah. That's cool.
The week before John.
Nathan's last name too. Right.
Harvey.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can't really make it. It's kind of, I don't know. I was like, that's it. That's your last name.
It'll
Nathan? Really?
get worse.
Like Nathan, you have the most boring last name ever. It's a fucking first name.
Right.
But anyways,
That's true.
If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, please consider liking and subscribing to the College Avenue channel on YouTube where you're watching this. If you're listening on SoundCloud, iTunes Podcast, or Google Play, please consider following us and giving us hearts and 5 stars and love over there.
Yep.
Go ahead and follow. What's your Instagram follow, actually?
My Instagram is Thomas Buls, no space. It's just my first and last name. Give me to 200 followers. I'm struggling.
How about Bulls? How do you
B-U-L-S. Thomas B-U-L-S. Follow
Okay.
me on Instagram. Thank you.
All right.
I'll follow you back maybe.
There you go. There is Tom. How do I have more Instagram followers than you?
Because you're cooler than me.
No, I'm not. What the fuck, dude?
I'm not hosting a podcast.
Well, no, I'm talking about like my regular one. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I know too many people. That's
You
probably what it
definitely
is.
do.
That's the
Yeah.
fucking problem.
I'm not good at meeting new people.
Well, the world is about to meet you, sir, and hopefully they go check you
Hello,
out.
everybody.
And go also check out the other bands. All the links and stuff are down below to their band camps and their Instagram. Go see them live. Go support them. This has been, like I said, the Above Ground Radio Music Radio Podcast. We shall see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
But
Thank you, man.
yeah, man.
Perfect.
That's cool.